So I see a lot of you guys out there are just now getting your Galaxy Buds Pro for the first time. So I figured what better time than right now to show you guys how to actually use them, walking you guys through the application, as well as showing you guys a little bit of tips and tricks along the way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So first thing right out of the gate you guys are going to want to do is you got your Galaxy device, right? So you want to go ahead and just open up the case, and what you're going to see is a prompt that's going to show right up here on your screen. Now, of course, I've already got mine connected. You just click connect and you're going to be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put these into my ears like so. And I'm just going to leave one out because I want to show you guys one thing real quick. Now, as soon as you guys actually get into the application, the first thing you guys are going to be greeted with, you're going to be greeted with your battery percentages are going to be located at the top. So on the right hand side is going to show you guys the battery percentage of your case, and on the left hand side is the actual buds themselves. Now, it's only going to show the case if you have at least one earbud actually inside of your case at a time. So if I go ahead and take out the last one, put into my ears, you guys can see here, it actually removes the battery percentage for the case on the actual phone in itself. So also at the top here, you guys can see I've actually renamed what my Galaxy Buds Pro are actually called, but I'm going to show you guys how to do that a little later in this video, so stick around for that. But if I go ahead and tap on the little ellipsis tool here, we're going to go ahead and see if I have other Galaxy Buds that are connected up to here, as well as I can go in and I can add a device. So if you have a Galaxy Watch, Galaxy Buds Pro, any of that type of stuff, you can go ahead and add it in that menu right here on the left hand side. Now let's go ahead and move on down here to the kind of mid section here that we have noise control. So this is where you guys are going to be able to toggle your active noise cancellation, as well as to be going into off mode, which is going to be more of like a passive noise cancellation. And then you also have ambient mode. So let's go ahead and start with active noise cancellation, since that is kind of one of the newer features that we're seeing on the Galaxy Buds Pro in itself. So right out of the gate here, we have the high as well as a low mode. So here you guys are going to be able to switch and toggle between a high or a low. Now for me, I personally recommend, if you guys are using ANC, it's like if they give you a high mode, then why not actually use the high mode? You get what I'm saying? So, but anyway, if you guys want to switch to the low mode, you have that option to do so as well. Now, the other option you get is you can just turn it off, and this is going to put it more in a passive state. So this is where it's just going to be whatever the in-ear seal that you guys have, that is the noise cancellation you guys are going to receive, and there's not going to be anything adjusting based on the surrounding area that you guys are in. So you also have, last here under noise controls, you have ambient sound. Ambient sound is going to allow you guys to be able to pass through a lot of the outside noise into your ear canals through the speakers that are on the actual earbuds themselves. So here you can actually toggle how much noise you guys actually want to be able to let in, which I think is a really neat feature, and it's something I haven't really seen on many earbuds that are out there. So I can go ahead and switch it to low, to medium, to high, and then there's also an extra high, and I've already done it before, but if you're doing it for the first time, it will prompt you guys a warning just to let you guys know that you guys may experience some high frequency sounds that's going to pass through your ears. I don't recommend you guys get it on extra high because you can damage your eardrums, but I recommend anywhere between like a medium to a high as far as the ambient sound range. Now, moving right along, we have what is called voice detect. Now, voice detect is a new feature on the Galaxy Buds. It's going to allow you guys, if you're using active noise cancellation, to be able to go ahead and switch to ambient mode automatically as soon as it detects you guys are speaking. So let me show you guys exactly how that works. So if I switch to ANC right here and I go ahead and turn on voice connect, and as I'm talking right now, you guys are going to see it actually change over to the ambient sound automatically, and then if I stop talking, it's going to switch back. Just like so, which is a really cool feature, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I personally recommend you guys keep this off. If you're somebody like me, if you're listening to music and you like singing along to the song that you guys are listening to, then it's gonna automatically switch back and forth between those, and it can get kind of annoying. Dope concept and feature, but not sure how many people is actually going to use it. Let's go ahead and keep going on down here. We have block touches. Block touches is if you guys turn this on, you guys are going to disable any of the touch features that are actually on the bud. So that includes long press hold to activate Bixby, or if you're skipping forward to the next track or going back to the previous track, or if you guys are adjusting volume levels, it's going to block all of those touch features. Now, with that feature, you're basically using this if you guys don't like, if every time you guys are touching them, you pull them out of your ears, you don't want to actually do like an accidental touch. So this is like a feature that you would turn that on and use it for. But For this, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Now, you also have touch and hold. Now, if we go into here, you're gonna see on your left earbud, you get the switch active noise cancellation controls, as well as the ambient sound control. You can also switch to Bixby, volume down, as well as the Spotify sound. And then on your right, you get the exact same options, but on the right, you can only toggle volume up. And so for me, I like to use them and set it as my volume up and down. And you can see here, if I press and hold on the right one, you guys are gonna see volume increase. And then if I go ahead and tap and hold on the left earbud, you guys are gonna see volume is actually going down on the smartphone. So really cool feature, and you can play with that as much as you like. Now the next section actually moving down is going to be your equalizer section. So if we go ahead and go into this, you're going to see that there are 6 different options you guys can choose from. You have your normal, bass boost, soft, dynamic, clear, as well as the treble boost. Now for me, I personally recommend dynamic mode just because I feel like as far as the sound quality, it sounds the best out of all of these. But if you're needing just a little bit more boost on your music, then I also recommend checking out the bass boost option as well. Now, moving right along, it's your read notifications allowed. Now, in here is where you guys are going to be able to have your Galaxy Buds actually read to you if you have an alarm going off, an email that just came in, incoming calls, going to let you guys know who's calling, messages, if you got any text messages or anything, it's going to let you guys know who the text message is from, as well as read that message to you, and then also missed calls as well. And then if we go ahead and click on see all, you can also have it read your calendar, so that way you can know what your upcoming schedule for that day is all about, which is actually a really cool feature. But you also get the option to toggle on and off if you want to be able to read your messages aloud if you guys are actually using the phone as well. I personally have this usually toggled off for this, just because if I'm using the phone, then I can see the messages actually pop up right there on the phone. But if I'm not, and I want to be away from my phone, then I will go ahead and toggle this on if I have my earbuds in my ear. The next kind of moving right along we have is the advanced section. This is where you guys are going to be able to toggle Bixby wake up. So this is a feature where if you guys are, you want to be more hands-free, you can say things like, hey Bixby, and then from there it's going to go ahead and activate Bixby, and then you can just start talking to it. Then there's also the other feature where it's called speak seamlessly. So speak seamlessly is basically a feature where it's going to allow you guys to just be able to speak, say, hey Bixby, and then go right into your command. You don't have to actually wait for the sound to actually kick off before you actually give the command to Bixby. Then you also have seamless earbud connection, which is something that I personally recommend you guys turn on, because this is going to be a feature that's going to allow you guys to instantly connect your earbuds as quickly as possible to your device or whatever device you guys connecting them to. So I highly recommend you guys keep this toggled on. And then you also have hearing enhancements. Now I think this is a really neat feature for those people that may be slightly hearing impaired. So basically I can turn on ambient sound to a max, and if I turn this on right now, it is almost like I don't have anything in my ears at all, and it is extremely amplified. Now this is going to be more of like a hearing aid, so think of this as more of like a hearing aid that's going to just amplify the outside noise for you guys out there. Now the other thing you guys are going to have is a right and left sound balance. So this is where, let's say your right ear is a little weaker than your left ear, I can go ahead and switch this to my right, and then it's going to amplify that sound in my right ear when I'm listening to music or taking phone calls than it will in my left. And I can also switch it back to my left ear as well. But if I want it to be more balanced, then I can just leave it right there in the center for it to actually give me the hearing enhancement that I need. Now let's move on to labs. Labs is where it's going to allow you guys to be able to toggle on the gaming mode. That's going to help you guys for low latency when it comes to gaming. Now I highly recommend you guys check out the video that I did where I talked about this in an entire video by itself, and did some tests with a couple games, gave you guys my opinion on how well the gaming mode actually is with that. So highly recommend you guys check that out, as well as keep this toggled on. Now the next feature is what you want to use if you guys have misplaced your Galaxy Buds Pro. It's called Find My Earbuds. Now in order for this to work, you must have the buds in the case as well as the case closed for this feature to actually work. So if I go into my smart things here, and let's say it will pop up here on the screen, and then it's going to let me know exactly where these are actually located right here within the application. that I have right here, and I can navigate right to them. All right, so the next option that we have is general. So under here, you're going to be able to reset your Galaxy Buds back to factory settings. If there's like an issue or something that has come up, you're going to be able to do that right here, as well as you can find your user manual for whatever you guys are going to need that for. Now, the other thing is we have is Earbud software update. Now, this is something that I wish was on something like the AirPods Pro, because we don't know really how to actually update these. We don't know when the push is actually going to happen or how to find it or whatever. It's literally just you look down at your phone one day and then it's automatically updated. But I do like the fact that with this one, you do have the option to be able to go in and actually see if there's an update for your Galaxy Buds Pro, which is actually really dope. And you can also see the current version right here as well, which is actually a really dope feature, as well as you can see the last one as well. So kind of moving on down to tips, as well as the user manual. So this is just going to be an area where you're going to be able to see kind of like the different things that you guys can do with your Galaxy Buds. Pretty simple right there. And then you guys are asking about how I actually changed the Buds Pro to Dark Knight Edition. This is where you guys are going to do that in the About section. So here at the top, you get this little edit button. And then here you can really just name your Galaxy Buds Pro to be whatever you guys want them. I call mine the Dark Knight Edition because, you know, they all blacked out, all black everything, baby. So you can go here and actually change wherever you want that to be. And then from here, you can see your model number. You can see the serial number here, get a little legal information, your current software version that you have. So if you ever want to check what version of software you got, you go right here in the About section. You can do that. You also get the battery information as well, as far as the capacity that you have. But another cool way that you guys can see the battery capacity is if we swipe down from the top and continue swiping down, you can go on to devices. So if I click on this little devices icon here, I can actually see my battery percentage right here on the side. So if I just tap on that, I can actually see the battery percentage of my Galaxy Buds Pro right here on my device, which is actually really dope feature as well. And you guys can see that right there. And I can just go here and it's going to go ahead and launch me back into the wearables application. So that's pretty much everything you guys get inside of the applications. Now, one last thing I want to show you guys before we get out of here is just some of the touch controls that you guys can do with the Galaxy Buds Pro. So if I go into my music that I actually have right here, and let me go into a song that I've been bumping lately, which is that Mooski, that Track Star, which is actually a really dope song. But if I want to go ahead and just skip forward to the next track, I can just double tap like so, and it's going to skip me forward to the next track. And then if I want to go ahead and go back, I can just triple tap, and it's going to go ahead and let me go back to the previous song. Then I can also just press one time. It's going to pause the music. Press another time, is going to resume the music. I also set mine as far as my press and hold option, that if I wanted to increase the volume, so I can just do that like so, increase the volume to my music. And then if I want to decrease it, I just press and hold on the left one, and it can decrease the volume like so. So that is pretty much everything you guys can do with the Galaxy Buds Pro right out of the gate. If you guys want to see some more tips and tricks on how you guys can actually use your Galaxy Buds Pro, I will link that video down in the description section below, as well as right here on the screen. Click on the video, and I'll see y'all over there. Squad.